I don't know if this is a good idea. That's what Heidi said to me when I recommended that she pivot from the existing course topic that she had launched courses on and had made money from to a different course area. It would mean saying no to everything that she had done before and yes to something completely new, something unproven, something that could threaten her cash flow, lifestyle, and much more. And fast forward to me flying through Denver, catching up with her in person, and her sharing with me that she did a her first six-figure launch, and I was like, "That's dope," because I also know how she did it. She didn't just make the money, but she did it while working like less than 20 hours a week. And, she's got, a new baby boy and she's spending time with the family and not stressed out about it. And it was just really a beautiful thing to see, knowing where she was coming from and knowing the psychological growth that had to happen to be able to make that happen because hey, risk is real and risk can keep people paralyzed. We often might have a freeze or flight response in response to that risk. And so when it comes to making difficult decisions like that, I found that there's this tool that I use that I want to share with you that might be helpful for working through any difficult decision that you might be working on right now, whether it's in the business area of life to grow health, to grow wealth, or if it's in the health area of life, or even in relationships. And I call it the identity of choice. The reason for that is when it comes to making these decisions, I think there's this prevailing sense of you should just have willpower and push through anything. And decision making doesn't work like that. There's greater influences on us, and there's at least like three, right? The first one is nature. We have all of these genetic dispositions that influence our likes, dislikes, preferences. Even if it's like fear of rejection and aptitudes for different things, right? It's not deterministic, but it definitely has an influence on this container of a human body that we're in, right? And then we've also got nurture, and when it comes to nurture, like that has a serious influence on us. It's not deterministic. I mean, hey, you can have people who come from terrible circumstances and become multimillionaires, billionaires even, and you can have people who come from the best of circumstances and then they lose it all. But nurture does have an influence on us. Nurture being our parental upbringing, the society that we grew up in, societal norms, all of those sorts of things. And then the third thing now is finally the choice. Right? Like nature and nurture has an influence on us, but we can also make choices that go against our nature and nurture, and we can use that to make our lives better. So I wanted to share that because when you're on the cusp of making one of those difficult decisions, it's uncomfortable because we're at the edge of our comfort zone. That's literally, it's in the definition, right? And so it's gonna be uncomfortable. And that can trigger the fight, flight, or freeze response within us. But if we think about the influences that are causing that fight, flight, or freeze response, our nature, our nurture, and our ability to make choices that go against that, I think that can help us to insert a pause to then make difficult decisions that make our lives better. And those difficult decisions, those choices grow the new us, grows the new you. And when you make those difficult decisions in any area of life, whether it's health, wealth, or relationships, you end up with a better life. Everything doesn't always work out, but if we insert a bit of a pause, we think about the identity of choice, then maybe we have just a little bit of extra time to make decisions that make our lives better. So, thanks for watching. If you like this, I'll see you in the next video.